Happy Halloween, boys and girls, and welcome to Going to Bed with Mike and Steve. I'm Mike.
And I'm Steve.
And this is a continuation of Goosebumps, number 42, Egg Monsters from Mars by R.L. Stine.
Bum, 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 bum.
Chapter 7. A loud cracking sound woke me up. Blinking, I pulled myself up on one elbow. Still half asleep, I thought I heard Brandy cracking her knuckles. One of my least favorable memories of you is us sitting in the back of your mom's car, and you like cracked your knuckles, and I was like,
I can't do that.
Yeah, I said I can't do that, and you said, well, here, I'll crack them for you.
And I grabbed.
You grabbed my hand, and you squeezed, and you cracked my knuckle, and it hurt so fucking bad. It hurt so bad. Like, I actually have not that many, like, over our 25-year relationship, I haven't accumulated as many negative memories of you as you'd think I would have, but that is one of the very distinct ones that just, it hurt so much.
I taught you the ways, and you crack your knuckles now.
I'm not sure that that was the defining moment.
No.
I think that was just the moment where you almost broke my fucking finger.
If anything, that should have deterred you from ever cracking your knuckles.
Cracking my knuckles, right. Right. Look it up. People who are looking up to see if there's a homosexual version of the Oedipus in the Electric Complex. Also Google, Yahoo, Bing, or Ask Jeeves about whether or not there is a complex in which somebody harms you and then it leads you to harm yourself. I mean, I'm sure... or to continue the activity that harmed you. I'm sure that there is, to a point. Is it masochism? I mean, it's kind of masochism, but it's like, but the difference is, it's not. I'm not doing it to hurt myself. Like, it's just to go pop, 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 pop.
It's kind of relief.
It's a soothing tick. Rather, see, that's the thing. Is it's not like you cracked it, and so I sit there hurting my knuckles. Like, that's not what I gotta do it too. Ow! It's pain became pleasure. So is there a certain complex, psychological complex that you just release, the endorphins were released?
I gotta do it more!
I mean, it's like an acquired taste maybe, where it's like, you know, you sit down and you, Ariel made that vegan macaroni and cheese, and the first time I ate it, I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Gross. And then weirdly, a week later, I was like, I'm craving it. And then I had it, and now I friggin' love it, so, I don't know.
Brain is weird.
That's one of Brandy's secret talents. She never does it when adults are around, but when we're alone, she can crack out entire symphonies on her knuckles. Another loud crack snapped me alert. The dresser. The noises were coming from my dresser. I heard a long rip, like Velcro ripping open. Then more cracks, like cracking bones, and I knew it had to be the egg. My heart started to pound. Yeah, well, mine would too if I woke up and I thought my testicles were splitting open.
The sound of bones crunching and twisting.
I would be concerned. I leaped up, grabbed my glasses, and slapped them onto my face. My legs got tangled in the bedsheet, and I nearly went sprawling over the floor. I hurtled across the room. The egg was hatching, and I had to be there in time to watch.
I had to. Go to the drawers.
I grabbed the drawer handle and eagerly pulled the drawer open. I was so eager I nearly pulled the drawer out of the dresser. Catching my balance, I gripped the dresser top with both hands and stared down at the egg. Crack! The blue and purple veins throbbed, as they always seem to be. A long, jagged crack split up along the green shell. Ooh. All right. I'm going to read my pronunciation of this next onomatopoeia, and then I'm going to let you do it. And I want to see how it...
Push it.
It's UNH, UNH. I mean, maybe... No, he's finally going for it, right? What a struggle. It doesn't sound like a turtle, I told myself. Is it some kind of exotic bird, like a parrot or a flamingo, maybe? How would a flamingo get in my backyard? How would any weird egg get in my backyard? Crack! The sounds were really gross. I rubbed my eyes and squinted down at the egg. It was bouncing and bobbing in the drawer now. Each grunt made the egg move. The veins throbbed. Another crack split along the front of the shell, and oh, poor boy.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Thick yellow goo poured out into the drawer, seeping onto my socks.
Discolored discharge. That's an issue. Get that checked out, folks.
I mean, come on. Like, I know that we're half joking when we're saying that this is like a metaphor for
His blooming sexuality.
For puberty and for masturbation. But seriously, a thick goo poured out onto my socks. Seeping onto my socks.
RL's just going from experience. Anything that he can. He's searching any memory that he can. He's like, this one.
Note to R.L. Stein. We do not often fantasize about your masturbatory activities.
But every once in a while...
We do appreciate you not suing us for reading Egg Monsters from Mars.
Thank you.
Yuck, I cried! Well, isn't that everybody's first reaction? The egg shook. Another crack. More of the thick liquid oozed down the egg and onto my socks. The egg bobbed and bounced. I heard more hard grunting. And of course, you know, there's gonna have to be a scene, right? Where he's like running to the washing machine with all his socks. She's like, what are you doing with all your socks? Oh, nothing! I just have to clean them!
These. I want more socks.
I got it!
You've been going through a lot more socks lately.
Yeah.
Jeez.
What's going on?
Playing a lot. Nothing.
The eggs bobbed and bounced. I heard more hard grunting. The egg trembled with each grunt. Yellow slime oozed as the cracks in the shell grew wider. The veins pulsed, the egg shook, and then a large triangle of shell broke off. It fell into the drawer. I leaned closer to stare into the hole in the egg. I couldn't really see what was inside. I could see only wet, blobby stuff. Another grunt, and the eggshell crackled and fell apart. Yellow liquid, or white liquid, spilled into the drawer, soaking my socks. I held my breath as a weird creature pushed itself out of the breaking shell, a yellow lumpy thing. A baby chicken? No way. I couldn't see a head or wings or feet. I gripped the dresser top and stared down at it. The strange animal pushed away the last section of shell. This was amazing. It rolled wetly over my socks. A blob. A sticky, shiny yellow blob. It looked like a pile of very runny scrambled eggs. Oh my god, Dana, you need to see a doctor.
Now. I know you don't understand and what it's supposed to be. That's your parents' fault and your school system's fault, but you know.
It's not supposed to look like scrambled eggs from experience. I promise you. Except that it had tiny green veins crisscrossing all over it. My chest felt about to explode.
Just want to see the cover.
I finally...
Yeah, no veins in the cover.
I finally remembered to breathe. This is... Yeah. This book could aptly be titled The Cum That Killed Everyone.
Coming to destroy them all.
Coming soon. Coming to destroy them all. I let out my breath in a long whoosh. My heart was thudding. The yellow blob throbbed. It made sick, wet, sucking sounds. It turned slowly, and I saw round black eyes near its top. No head, no face, just two tiny black eyes on top of the lumpy yellow body. Hey, you're not a chicken, I murmured out loud.
Very good, Dane.
He had already...
Yeah, he did.
See, R.L. Stein does this, and when you and I were reading Shocker on Shock Street, like, we kind of realized this, but R.L. Stein is very repetitive. He's extraordinarily redundant.
Kids have forgotten. Remind them.
Yeah, I know. A yellow lumpy thing. A baby chicken? No way. That was assessed on page 27, and now on 28 it's going, you're not a chicken!
So literally a page later.
A page later, right, we need to remind it. I mean, it was the same thing with, like, how many times did he describe the fact that it was a lumpy, yellow, sticky, oozy thing? It was, like, 1,000 times.
Thumping, it was growling, it was
But
pushing,
he's probably getting paid for the word, you know, so.
Right.
Or it's just like, you know, every book absolutely has to be at least 110 pages.
So pay attention to this constant reminding of certain adjectives.
My voice came out in a choked whisper. You're definitely not a chicken. He said it again. So no, that was not.
Are you a chicken?
You're
No.
not a chicken. You're definitely not a chicken. But what was it? Hey, Mom! Dad! I shouted. They had to see this creature. They had to see the scientific discovery of the century, and they're just like, ew, that's not
the egg. What did I tell you? What did we just say about telling us about eggs?
Mom, Dad,
you promised
hurry.
never to mention eggs again.
No response. The lumpy creature stared up at me, throbbing, its tiny green veins pulsing, its eggy body bouncing.
Flubber.
Mom! Dad! Silence. I stared into my drawer. What should I do? And that's all we have time for tonight, boys and girls. Tune in tomorrow night when we continue Goosebumps number 42, Egg Monsters from Mars. Good night, Steve.
Good night, Mike.